Right now, you're looking live at the Senior Day festivities for the Darien Blue Wave. This is Senior Day, and we're bringing you live seniors. First up is number 4, Jake Horowitz. Him and his parents right at the free throw line. Next up is number 5, Chris Murray.
You don't have to have your headset on right now. We're just doing Senior Day intros.
Next up, Matt Burke, along with parents Kathleen and Mike. Matt is bold forever. He gives a light heart and unity to the team.
Up next is number 3, Matt Burke, one half of the Burke twins.
Please welcome Brian Kiskin, along with parents Barbara and Steven. His younger sister,
Next is number 34, Brian Kiskin. Up next is number 15, Nolan Burke, the other half of the Burke twins.
last but not least, this year's senior captain. He's competitive, he's fierce, he is on. Amir Preston and his mom, Amira.
And up, last but not least, is senior captain number 2, Amir Preston. And here at the DAF Media Network, we'd like to extend a big congratulations to all of the seniors. And we'd like to thank them for all the hard work they've put in to this season, this COVID season. And we are so proud of them. And they deserve this night, as it is senior night. We'll be back with the first quarter action soon. You're looking live at the Darien High School, today's Senior Day matchup here on the DAF Media Network. Today we have the Darien Blue Wave facing off against the Trumbull Eagles here at the Darien High School. Hello everyone, my name is Ted Brennan. Joining me today is my longtime color commentator Trey Cahill. And Trey, it's starting to feel like Groundhog's Day as this is the 4th boys basketball game this week.
Yeah, and should be a good one here today. Darien, 5 of 6 coming into this one. They definitely want to get to 500 going into FCX.
And there's the tip. And it's going to be Trumbull ball. Trumbull in the black gold with the white trims. Darien in the blue and white. Trumbull moving left to right. Darien moving right to left. Today's starting lineups: number 2, Malik Green; number 10, Connor Johnson; number 23, Johnny McCain; number 5, Lance Walsh; and number 40, Jake Grutadoria. That's the Trumbull Eagles. As for the Darien Blue Wave, it is Senior Day. That's no good from Green. It is Senior Day, so they're starting a lineup of Miles Drake, number 10, number 3, Matt Burke, Senior, number 34, Brian Kiskin, Senior, number 15, Nolan Burke, Senior, and Kyle Bloomer, number 22.
Miles Drake with a career game last night.
That ball is stolen away from Burke. Here's Grutadoria.
As I was saying, Miles Drake with a career game last night. 35 points, 9 for 20 from the field, 5 for 13 from three-point play, 10 for 12 from the free throw line.
And an early foul call here.
Keys to the game here for Darien is you want to shut down Miley Green, their leading scorer, Trumbull's leading scorer, and Trumbull will run their offense through Green. Terrific two-way player. And also, while you're at that, you want to make sure that Johnny McCain is locked down. He's one of the best three-point shooters in the FCAC.
Johnson at the line. He'll go 1 for 2. Bloomer grabs the board. Trey, as you mentioned, Miles Drake coming off of a career night, 35 points yesterday. We'll see if he has anything left in the tank for today, as this is a critical game for the Blue Wave. A good pass from Kiskin, and Drake misses the layup. Here's Walsh. Gives it inside to Johnson. No good on Johnston. Kiskin with the rebound. Finds its way to Bloomer. And Bloomer will pick up the foul.
Actually going to be on Walsh there.
Walsh will pick up the foul. Here come 2 more seniors, number 4, Jake Horwitz, and number 5, Chris Murray. So Coach Bentley doing a good job incorporating his seniors with a very similar normal starting lineup. Here's Horowitz. Loses his dribble, but he gets it to Drake. That's good for 3. Miles Drake off of the assist from Jake Horowitz. Good job by Horowitz keeping his dribble after almost losing it there, Trey.
Yeah, and when in doubt, get it to your leading scorer, and he showed that he was the leading scorer last night with a superb performance.
Nobody on Johnston. Kiskin gets the block, and a jump ball will be called.
One of Johnson's mask fell off there. Looked like it broke. New equipment malfunction as of this year.
We're going to wait for him to pick up a new mask. Trey, as you mentioned, in this COVID year, this is a new equipment malfunction. But we are back playing here. Horowitz at the top of the key finds Murray. Here's Murray. Murray gets it in. Chris Murray off the feed from Horowitz, who's got 2 assists here early on.
Horowitz is on McCain at the top of your screen.
Kiskin almost had the block, but he got a hold there on Gruda Doria.
Foul call on Brian Piston. Inactive shooting. Ludoria on the line.
Gruda Doria sinks the first. And Gruda Doria hits the second. 2-point lead early on for Darien. 5:20 remaining in this first quarter here on Senior Day. Bloomer spin move. No good. Rebound Murray. No good. Rebound Carson Drake, who's checked in. And Drake gets it in.
Drake with another good performance, or Carson Drake, because they're both Drakes, had a good performance last night with a double-double.
Darien faithful chanting defense here. Trey, it's so great to have all parents in attendance, especially for a night like senior night.
Yeah, it brings a whole new atmosphere to the game.
Good cut inside, no good. It's going to stay with Trumbull. Sage Gatling will check in for Trumbull. Gatling adds some height to this Trumbull team as he's going to go inside, and a foul call there on Miles Drake. Trey, that's something that we have not seen a ton of this year, teams that are taller than Darien, and this Trumbull team definitely has the possibility to do that.
Yeah, Darien's been able to dominate some teams with Carson Drake, Brian Kiskin, Jack Barber off the bench. Doesn't seem like they're going to be able to do the same with Trumbull, as Trumbull has got some height and some strength on them.
Just to name two, Gatling and Bernstein, some of the taller players on this roster. As he goes 0 for 2 from the line, Murray grabs his second rebound of the night. Miles Drake from downtown, that's no good. Rebound Gatling. Here's Johnston. Good movement from the Eagles.
Miles Drake doing a great job off ball to cover McCain.
Rebound goes to Gatling, but Bloomer tips it away. Here's Miles Drake. Good finish there from Miles Drake. All set up by the great defense from Kyle Bloomer, able to pick Gatling's pocket. Lead is 6 right now for Darien. Green. 3 ball. No good there from McCain. McCain, a great shooter, Trey, as you mentioned earlier. He had 8 3-pointers, a school record in a game against Ridgefield at Tiger Hollow, one of the hardest places to play in the FCAC. Here's Murray. Drake will pull up. That's no good. Miles Drake so far 2 for 5 from the floor. And Trey, he's going to shoot a high volume of shots.
Yeah, he did last night, and it paid off for them. They got the win over Harding. But this game is going to be all about the matchups. Who's guarding Miles Drake? Who's guarding McCain? Who's guarding Green?
And that ball is going to stay with Trumbull as we take our first mask break here. We will take a short break. We'll be back with more first quarter action here on Senior Day. Back here on the DAF Media Network, Nolan and Matt Burke have checked back in, as has Simeon Dahl. So the lineup is Burke, Dahl, Drake, and Drake. A lot of repetition of names here. Only one of the pairs is related.
I wonder how many people think that Carson Drake and Miles Drake are related.
3 ball. No good from Walsh. Rebound, Dahl. That's why the Darien PA announcer, Mr. Anthony Sweeney, says Carson Drake. As Dahl goes inside, that's no good. Rebound by Trumbull. That's why Mr. Anthony Sweeney always says Carson, no relation, Drake in the starting lineups. No relation to Miles Drake.
Just a coincidence that they're both their team's leading scorers.
Here's Miles Drake. He'll pick up the steal. That's good. Tough finish from Miles Drake. He's shooting 50% from the field early on. 3 of 6. Here's Walsh, senior captain. That's going to fall. Gets the friendly roll. Lance Walsh. Trey, only a 6-point game here. It feels a little closer than it is, even though it is 6 points.
Yeah, and I think it has something to do with Darien just not being able to get the ball in the basket, as kind of redundant that seems, but just shots haven't fallen yet.
Carson Drake will be called for the travel there, trying to back down the bigger defender, and just forgot to put the ball down. Vincente and Metellus have checked in for the Eagles. Oh, crafty finish from Green, not able to go though. And tipped out by Gatling. And Trey, that was it could have been a beautiful finish from Green. Got around defenders, but unfortunately just couldn't make it there.
Yeah, he beat one of the Burks, in Matt Burke, early on and was able to get to the hoop.
That could have been a beautiful finish from Green. Maybe we'll see more of that later on. Carson Drake backing down Gatling. And he gets it. He's playing some bully ball out here. He was an underrated hero in last night's win against Harding. 12 points, 13 rebounds.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about him much because it was the Miles Drake show, but we should have given him a lot more attention.
And that ball is going to stay with Trumbull, but Green is having his way with Matt Burke here. Burke will stay in front of him, and Green will use one of his shifty dribble moves to blow by him. But Trey, that's a matchup we were talking about beforehand that we wanted to see in Green versus Miles Drake. Both teams leading scorers. Medalists will put that one off the side of the backboard. But Trey, talk a little bit about this Green-Drake matchup that we're hoping to see a little bit.
Yeah, early on in the season, Trumbull was hyping up Green as their prominent scorer, and he's delivered well. He had 11 points last night against Danbury, and then he also had 19 points against Wilton.
Carson Drake at the buzzer off the feed from Matt Burke. That'll take us to 15-5 here at the end of the first quarter.
I think that's our second straight buzzer beater off the first quarter in a row.
I think yesterday was a half-court buzzer beater to beat the halftime buzzer. But nonetheless, it has been fun to see some buzzer beaters here. 15-5, the score at the end of the first. We'll be back with second quarter action in just a moment. Back here on the DAF Media Network, we're going to take a look at this last play here. Matthew Burke finds the ball in his hands and he gives a nice little dish, nice little bounce pass to Carson Drake, and Carson beats the buzzer there. Second quarter action here, just underway. Darien's running a lineup of Horowitz, Fiorita, Drake, Murray, and Barber. Having one true big man there out on the court. Murray is more of a hybrid wing. Here's Johnston off the dribble, and that's good through contact. Connor Johnston.
He's now 1 for 2 from the field. He's got 3 points here.
Remember, the DAF Media Network is a joint venture between the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Miles Drake inside off the pump fake. No good. He finds his own rebound. He's going to give it to Fiorita. Fiorita. That's no good. And here comes Johnston. Eagles in the corner. Good drive. And a foul will be called. Offensive foul called there. On Luca Antonio on the drive there. Drake has the ball. Here's Horowitz. Gonna get that one stripped. Last touched off of Horowitz. Trey, one of the great things about senior day is seeing the seniors who have worked hard in practice get an opportunity to shine and to have their moment.
Yeah, especially this senior class, as they have Amir Preston on this team, Brian Kiskin, all have been great, have brought in this team to where they are now, to about to possibly go 500 after one loss last year.
One win last year.
One win.
Trumbull moving the ball around nicely. Antonio, top of the key three. That's good. Luca Antonio. And one of the things that's so great about senior day is that these seniors, they put in all the hard work. They run the sprints. They do the drills. And now they finally get rewarded with some good playing time. Miles Drake. Crafty. Inside. No good. Rebound. Chris Murray up and in. Chris Murray. That's his second bucket of the night. He's 2 for 2. Trumbull. Pull up. Guderiya. No good. Bloomer and Drake will check in for Horowitz and Murray. And this is a more normal lineup that you would see from Coach Roy Bentley in Drake, Fiorita, Bloomer, and Barber. Trey, what do you like about this lineup?
Well, you obviously have the two big men in Drake and Barber, and Darien likes to have those two big men run a 3-guard look. Gives Darien some more physicality down low.
And Bloomer, you could classify him as a point forward, hybrid wing type of player who can dribble the ball as Drake pulls up from the elbow, rims in and out. But Carson Drake's right there. That one is blocked. Rebound the Eagles. Good pass. And a good finish through contact. Carson Drake down low. And offensive foul there on Drake. That's something you see from Carson Drake every now and again. He'll get called for the offensive foul. In the game against Norwalk on Tuesday, there were a ton of offensive fouls, Trey.
Yeah, and Carson Drake specifically is extremely, he gets in the way, he he tries to get every rebound he can, and sometimes he gets a couple fouls.
Miles Drake tried to find the cutting Carson Drake, but he throws it out of bounds, just a little too tight of a window. Malik Green checks back into the game, and maybe we'll get to see this Malik Green, Miles Drake matchup, although it looks like Fiorita is going to have the task of guarding Green.
We haven't seen any much from Green, as he's 0 for 2 from the field so far.
Fiorita is on him like glue,
He had
face guarding him.
He had 11 points yesterday against Danbury.
Green, kick out. Eagles up top. Backdoor cut from Green. Foul on Miles Drake. That's his second. Miles Drake in some early foul trouble. That's not what you want to see from your leading scorer, but we will take a mass break. We will pick up this conversation after the mass break in just a moment. Back here on the DAF Media Network, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our production crew. Sarah Bogdan, our director, Kenzie O'Shea on Instant Replay, Ian McCarthy on graphics, Cooper Puff, our main camera, TJ Boucher, our ISO camera, and Cole Murphy, our producer today. All student volunteers. And of course, I'm Ted Brennan alongside me today, Trey Cahill. Inside, no good. Rebound, Green. Green will draw the foul there. And will be on Brian Kiskin. That's his second.
Johnny McCann checked in for Trumbull.
Green will hit the first. And Trey, now Trumbull has Malik Green and Johnny McCain in, two very deadly weapons here for this Eagles team.
Yeah, we'll see how Darien defends them.
The lead is cut down to 4 here, with Simeon Dahl bringing the ball up. Bloomer will draw the foul. Bloomer in these last few games has been very aggressive, something we don't really see out of him a lot. Bloomer tends to pass the ball around, but it's great to see him be aggressive.
And he's one of these Darien juniors who are great off the bench. Him, Jack Barber, John Fiorita, just to name a few.
The juniors, Owen Wagner, Kyle Bloomer, John Fiorita, Carson Drake, Miles Drake. Part of a very stacked junior class.
It'll be interesting to see how they do next year.
Bloomer goes 0 for 2 that time from the line. So Bloomer will have the task of guarding Green, with Fiorita face guarding McCain. They don't want him shooting at all.
Yeah, Trumbull's trying to get the ball to both Green and McCain.
Good defense early on. Jumper. No good there from Bernstein. Rebound Carson Drake. Drake's got 4 rebounds and 4 points. Fiorita. Pull-up jumper. That's no good. And last touch by Brian Kiskin. It'll be Eagles basketball. Trey, it was a good move by Fiorita off the pump fake in the corner. Just unable to get that jumper there.
Yeah, and he's had a bunch of good moves this season as he's really improved upon from last season. I'm excited to see how he does next year as well.
He has transformed his offensive game. We've known him as a defensive stalwart, but this year as a 3-ball for McCain, no good rebound at all. But Fiorita has picked up his offensive game.
McCain 0 for 2 now on threes. Hasn't been able to drain one yet.
You don't want to leave him open for too long as he'll hit eventually. Drake in the paint. That's good. Carson Drake off of the feed from Simeon Dahl.
That was a great play there. I'm surprised that even was able to hit glass, let alone get in the basket.
It was a great leading in pass, a little too far, but Drake was able to keep his footing. Johnston up top, guarded by Drake.
Johnston had 19 points yesterday.
Johnson far side wing. Green going to work. And a good defensive possession there by the Wave as they force a turnover there.
Specifically, their great job guarding McCain because Carson Drake, who's a big man, was on the shooter, and McCain was trying to get open. He just could not get past Carson Drake. Darien's done a great job of that so far. McCain's only been able to shoot 2 threes, but they've both missed.
Trey, it'll be interesting to see how this Darien offense flows without Miles Drake, as he is their main contributor, as Kiskin will get the ball stolen by Gruda Daria. Gruda Daria, inside and good. Good steal in the basket there from Gruda Daria.
He's got 4 points now early on.
Fiorita surveying the defense. Finds Carson Drake. Drake inside, that's good.
You know, you were saying it'd be interesting to see how Darien functions without Miles Drake on the court, but they've got a lot more weapons like Carson Drake, Simeon Dole, just to name a few.
Rebound Kyle Bloomer. He had 6 last game. He's got 2 so far. And he'll bring up the ball. Darien's going to try to waste as much clock as they can. They want to hold for the last shot. They got to hold it for another 25 seconds here. Fiorita working on McCain.
Trumbull playing some good defense now.
And a timeout is called there by Coach Sharoy Bentley. The score right now is 21-15. Trey, what have you seen out of this Trumbull Eagles team so far?
Well, they haven't really been able to get their key guys open. McCain, firstly, he's only been able to let off 3 shots. All have missed. And then Green has tried to get past him with a little razzle-dazzle, but he only has 2 points, and they're off free throws.
Getting a good look at the Darien huddle. Our ISO camera operator, TJ Boucher, doing a great job bringing you that shot. And Darien will try to hold for 13 seconds, trying to get the last shot. They're going to put in Miles Drake.
This game obviously has some FCX implications too. Darien needs a win to be pushed into contention for the 7th or 8th seed.
Great defense there from Green, unable to get the steal. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Dahl's going to have to let one fly. No good. And that'll do it for the first half. 21-15, the Wave lead it. And Trey, what have you seen out of this Darien team on senior day? Because we just talked about the Trumbull Eagles.
The big part is the defense. They've been able to shut down Trumbull's leading scorers, and that's why they have this lead right now. They've completely shut down McCann, and they have basically shut down Green too.
Green and McCann having trouble finding their way to the basket. And we'll have more second half action on the DAF Media Network in just a few.
I'm proud of the work the Darien Foundation has done over the past 20 years. If you live here, our work has likely impacted you, your family, and your neighbors. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4.2 million in grants, which create opportunity for Darien's youth, support our town's safety and security services, and enhance the overall quality of life in Darien through collaboration with community organizations.
As a family that's relatively new to town and planning to make this our long-term home, I'm grateful to see my community and my family benefit from the Darien Foundation. When I learned that the edible gardens at the elementary schools, the generator at the Darien Library, and the playground by the Sound were all funded by the same organization, I raised my hand to get involved. I'm proud to support an organization whose impact I see every day in our schools and throughout our community.
So far this year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $138,000 in grants to enhance our community. In 2013, the Darien Community Association opened a 4-acre bird sanctuary thanks to a grant from the Darien Foundation. The serene wooded glade has attracted numerous birds, bees, and butterflies, as well as more than 200 school children and other visitors. This year, they added a new pondless waterfall, as well as more trees, plantings, signage, and benches. In 1976, the Darien Historical Society and Darien High School students built the Middlesex, an authentic replica of the 18th century whaleboats. These were used by local patriots in the Revolutionary War to fight the British Navy in Long Island Sound. The Darien Historical Society is restoring this artifact so that it can be part of Darien's upcoming 2020 bicentennial celebrations. The live turtle exhibit continues to be the most popular attraction for children at the Darien Nature Center, which welcomes over 16,000 visits annually. A new forest and pond ecosystem will allow visitors to engage with several species of turtle that will live together in a 50-square-foot habitat that resembles their natural home.
This has been such a special collaboration between the Darien Nature Center and the Darien Foundation, because not only have they provided generous funding to us, but we've been able to meet with members of the foundation and our staff and talk about what is going to make the very best exhibit for the town of Darien, and we've really added value to the process by doing that.
The vast majority of food distributed by Person to Person is donated from local suppliers and businesses. A group of dedicated volunteers drives the brand new cargo van on these daily rounds, which each year account for more than $100,000 in collected food. Person to Person also has an extensive youth program, offering many Darien High School and middle school students their first experiences at volunteering.
Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have a beautiful new van. We're very excited about it, not only because it's new and it's safe for those who are riding in it and driving and going to pick up all the food, but also it speaks to the support of the Darien Foundation, as well as speaks to what Person to Person does in the community.
For more than 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien, offering our town's youth, emergency services, and community organizations an avenue to pursue innovation and excellence. Collaboration with you, the members of our community, has been vital to our mission. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the Center Oval and Upper Oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England, all made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation Board is made up of local parents, parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field.
We are DAF Media, Darien's hometown source for sports, arts, and entertainment, established in 2017. We are Community, a volunteer-based organization that gives nearly 50 Darien high school students hands-on experience in video production. We are Cutting Edge, a STEM initiative. Students use cameras, computers, sound equipment, and innovative software. We are Live, streaming 120 events per year on our YouTube channel. We are On the Stage. We are At the Big Games. We are On the Field. We are In the Gym. We are On the Move, live streaming not only in Darien, but throughout southwestern Connecticut and the tri-state area. We are Making a Difference. We are DAF Media.
Back here on the DAF Media Network, we're going to pull up a playoff bracket here. So looking at it right now, St. Joe's hold down the 1 seed. As of right now, this is how it stands. And Darien would have the 9th seed. They would go against Ludlow. But Trey, with a win here, that complicates some things.
Yeah, they would have a 3-way tie with 3 teams.
It would be Ludlow, Danbury, and Darien all tied at 6 and 6.
And then if they win, they would be in contention for the 7th and 8th seeds.
That would get them home playoff advantage for at least one game. Kiskin, that's no good. Bloomer, that's no good.
As for Trumbull, they are currently the 13th seed, set to face Wilton if things were to stay where they are right now.
They lost to Wilton on Tuesday, but that was a close game. Drake in the corner for 3. That's good, Miles Drake.
In the matchup between Miles Drake and Green right now, Miles Drake is dominating.
Walsh blows by Kiskin. Easy layup for 2. That's not a matchup you want to have, Trey.
Walsh is 2 for 3 here.
Walsh blew by Kiskin to get an easy 2. Score is 24-17. Fiorita. Back to Miles Drake. No good. Rebound. Kiskin. No good. Kiskin again. That's good. Brian Kiskin for 2. And Kiskin gets the board there. He's got 4. Trey, even though you said Miles Drake is dominating, he only has 8 points on 12 shots.
Is he leading in scoring?
He is leading in scoring. Carson Drake behind him with 8, or tied for him with 8. So both Drakes having another dominating performance, or dominating in air quotes, as they are the leading scorers.
Compared to Green, who has 2 points, and we thought he was going to do a lot better than that, but Darien's done a great job defensively.
Drake
Probably
turns
the
it
biggest
over.
part of this game so far.
Drake turns it over. And Darien will call a timeout. And Trey, that is something you mentioned, this matchup between Green and Drake, something that we've been hyping up, but it's been relatively underwhelming from both sides.
Yeah, and it's a testament to the defense, really. I mean, Green's been trying to get open, and so is McCain, but, I mean, Johnny Fiorita's been on McCain a lot. So is Carson Drake, who's a big man. They've been able to lock him up, and McCain, like I've said, he's only had 3 shot opportunities. He's made none of them. Green's had also 3 shot opportunities, made none of them. He has 2 points, though, off free throws.
So a hyped matchup is, right now it's one-sided, but for Miles Drake, you'd expect a little bit more out of him, especially considering that he's got 12 shots. There's still time for both players to turn around in the second half with a little under 6 minutes to go in this quarter. Trumbull will play a 1-2-2 press. Darien's had trouble with the press a little bit, but they did a good job there. Kiskin finds Fiorita somehow off a strip, and jump ball in favor of Trumbull.
Another interesting thing to note is the difference in these two teams. Darien, obviously a junior-heavy team, while Trumbull's got 8 seniors, and that's the majority of their team. But Coach Buddy Bray says he really runs through these seniors, especially these senior captains.
Here's one of the juniors. Here's Gruda Doria, senior captain, gives it to Walsh. Another senior captain. Johnston back down. No good. Rebound, Kiskin. That's his 5th rebound of the night. Miles Drake finds Bloomer. Trumbull in a 1-2-2 zone here. Drake in the corner. Fall away 3. That's good. Miles Drake from the corner. He's got 11. Maybe that's the shot that Miles Drake needs to get himself going. He's 3 of 6 from beyond the arc.
I was just about to look at that and see how
And
well
Walsh
he's doing.
answers right back with a 3 of his own. And Buddy Bray will take a timeout, as will we here on the DAF Media Network. Back here on the DAF Media Network. Darien has the ball, a 9-point lead in the 3rd quarter. Miles Drake has 11 points. Carson Drake has 8 points. Chris Murray has 4 points. Those are the top 3 leading scorers for Darien. Dahl near the half circle gives it to Bloomer. Coach Bentley yelling out some orders as Miles Drake hits another one. He's got 13. Fadeaway shot. No good. Rebound, Simeon Dahl. He's been relatively quiet these last 2 games. He scored 2 points last night. He's yet to make a shot here. No good on that one. Rebound, no good on that one. No call there.
He did fall down pretty hard there. Looks like he's all right, though.
Walsh in the corner. Wide open 3. No good. Rebound, Bloomer. Bloomer has come off the bench and played very well. Not going to add too much in the scoring column, but his rebounds have been crucial in some games. Dahl, close side wing, finds Carson Drake. Spin move, fadeaway, no good. He wanted the foul on that one. Here's Johnston. Back to Johnston. Green with the rebound. That's up, no good. Kyle Bloomer pulls down his 5th board of the afternoon. Trey, a win for Darien here. How much does that help their confidence going into the FCX?
Immensely. I mean, this would be 3 games, right? Yeah, 3-game win streak, and you definitely want to go into playoffs with the momentum.
Fiorita and 1 move. Johnny Fiorita with the and 1 bucket. Take another look at it. Fiorita blows by Walsh. And a nice little and 1 there. Beautiful move there, Trey.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, we've known Johnny Fiorita as more of a defensive guy, but he's really turned it on this year offensively. And he's really been able to help on the stat sheet, especially points and 3-pointers too.
Very good observation there, Trey. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter as we will take our mandatory mass break.
This broadcast is produced by DAF Media, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. The production is staffed by student and adult volunteers from the town of Darien and southwestern Connecticut.
Back here on the DAF Media Network, Fiorita will go to the line for 1. And Trey, this has been a relatively clean game from both sides. Not a ton of free throws on either side.
Yeah, and we said that last game too. Sometimes
Fiorita
it has to do with roughing, sometimes just a clean game.
Darien is 1 for 3 from the line, which seems very odd to say, especially when you have a player like Miles Drake and Johnny Fiorita. They'll get to the line very often. Green up top. Walsh. Rebound, Bloomer. Turns it over. Here's Green. And Dahl gets a hand on it. Bloomer leading the team with 6 rebounds.
Lance Walsh has had a pretty good game, despite not having the best stats to go with it, but he's been able to get open and help his teammates.
Sometimes it's the players you least expect to help out in a big way. Green with a nice cut off the backdoor feed. Green.
That's what we've been looking for. He was able to blow by his defender.
He was able to get past Miles Drake.
Lightning quick speed there.
Dahl, long 3, in and out. He's having a tough go of things. in the last 2 games. Inside, that's good. Isaac Berkowitz. And the lead is cut down to 10. Bloomer up top, gives it back to Dahl. Kiskin underneath the basket. Gets it to Friarita, that's no good. Darien may be taking some ill-advised shots here. They are up 10 with a minute remaining in the third. And after a ton of commotion in the lane, it'll be Darien ball.
There was the first time I've seen McCann open today, but Trumbull, I forget who had the ball, but he just didn't see him open. Off-ball screen on John Fiorito, who's been, for the most part, guarding McCain all game. Got picked, and McCain almost was able to cash in with a 3 if he got the ball to him.
It was a great swarming defense from Darien, and Green is now face guarding Miles Drake. They don't want him to score anymore as he's got 13. And Green will pick up the foul there on Drake. Only the second team foul of the half. I believe that's only Trumbull's 4th foul of the entire game.
That is correct.
15 seconds remain in the third quarter.
Darien's definitely going to try and get to Miles Drake for the last shot.
You can see that they got the switch. Good steal by Green. Here's Berkowitz. Berkowitz with the breakaway finish. 2 seconds. Drake's got to get it up, and he doesn't get it off in time. So after 3, score is 34-26. We'll be back with the fourth quarter action in just a moment. Back here on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. Trey, final quarter of action here in this matchup between the Trumbull Eagles and the Darien Blue Wave on senior night.
Darien 8 minutes away from capping off a 500 regular season.
It would be a very nice turnaround campaign. Gatling for 3. No good. Rebound, Malik Green finds Sanders inside. No good. Last touched by Sanders.
Gatling's another player who's been quiet. We heard a lot about him coming into this game.
Especially his vertical leaping ability. But as you mentioned, he's been quiet. Green versus Drake, the matchup we wanted to see all night. Berkowitz draws Dahl. Here's Drake to Bloomer. Bloomer inside, lefty finish. That's nice. Kyle Bloomer with his first points of the game off of a nice dish from Carson Drake. Gatling gives it to Sanders. Three ball from McCain. No good. Rebound, Simeon Dahl.
McCain now 0 for 3 from three-point play.
And a turnover there. Berkowitz and Green playing a little keep away. Rebound, Bloomer, though. Bloomer, that's his 7th board of the night. His rebounding ability is impeccable. He adds so much to his team, Trey. Off the dribble. It's going to stay with Darien.
I
Barber.
haven't seen so much from Barber that much today. He hasn't gotten the minutes that he usually does.
Sometimes I think it helps when his teammates are in foul trouble, but both Kiskin and Drake have been very good about fouls, and Darien is playing a bit of an undersized lineup. Drake playing bully ball, no good. Good save, but right to Barber. Barber! And an offensive foul there on Barber to the disbelief of the Darien faithful. Coach Bentley trying to make his case to the ref on why that wasn't a charge, or on why that was a charge. Or no, I had it right the first time. Wasn't a charge. Trumbull stolen by Fiorita.
Darien defensively has played this game pretty much perfectly. They've had, for the most part, Miles Drake on Green, and then they've had Johnny Fiorita on Johnny McCain.
Johnny versus Johnny matchup. Foul there on Berkowitz. Darien's lead is at 10 right now. But Trey, we saw yesterday that leads can change at any moment.
Yeah, as Harding stayed in that game through the entire 48 minutes, kind of gave Darien a bit of a scare.
Had a bit of a March Madness feel as we are in March. Miles Drake, good move to get away from Green. Finds Barber. Too strong off the glass. Barber misses his first shot of the night. Green. And a foul called on Carson Drake. His second. He thought he was straight up there. Still making his case. But Green will go to the line. And Trey, Green's only points have come from the line so far.
He's had one field goal.
Oh, right.
4 points, 2 off free throws. He's 2 for 2, though.
And he'll hit that one. Trying to prove that the announcer's curse doesn't affect him. And he's proved correctly. Timeout by Trumbull, and we will take a short break. Back here on the DAF Media Network, the lead is 6 for the Blue Wave. I'm sorry, the lead is 8 for the Blue Wave. My math is clearly not up to strut, Trey.
Full court press here by Trumbull. We haven't seen this too much.
We saw Harding use it yesterday towards the end of the game, and we're seeing Trumbull do the same thing. Antonio is playing suffocating defense. Really, all of these Trumbull defenders are playing suffocating defense. Fiorita will draw the foul call there. It will be on the floor. Trumbull's 4th. And Trey, I think Trumbull sees an opening with it being 8 points to ramp up the defense.
Yeah, I think they're taking a page out of Darien's textbook here. Darien's been playing impeccable D throughout this game.
They might also be taking a page out of Harding's book, as yesterday they put on a press and had some stifling defense late in the game. Drake working on Green, gives it to Fiorita. Finds Kiskin. Kiskin, free throw line. Finds Bloomer. Darien offense going to reset. Antonio's been playing some tough defense. Kiskin will have the ball. And possession arrow will go to Darien. And a good steal there by Green. Read Miles Drake's eyes all the way.
Green's starting to turn it up here. Not necessarily points-wise, but on rebounds, he's been pretty good. Steals and defense overall.
Bloomer and Drake hit the floor. Darien comes up with the ball. Johnson's slow to get up. And turnover there from the Wave. Getting a little sloppy towards the end of the game. We'll see if Trumbull can capitalize. And a foul is called there on Kiskin. Foul on Kiskin, that's his 3rd.
Johnson still looks a little shaken up here.
Johnston will go to the line shooting 2. He'll miss the first. Dahl will check in, replacing Kiskin. And Johnson will hit the second. Trey, Kiskin had 14 on that Tuesday win against Norwalk. Last night, a little more quiet, and tonight he's only got 2.
And it was a good first quarter for him on that Tuesday game, 10 points. Just hasn't really been able to replicate that performance.
Carson Drake inside, no good. Off the front rim, here comes the Eagles. 3 ball from Antonio, that's good. The lead is cut down to 4.
That's Antonio's second 3 tonight.
Antonio off the bench being a hot hand. And the Eagles are making a late push. Antonio not letting Bloomer get any space whatsoever. And it will be Trumbull basketball. Bloomer, he's 1 for 4, but he's got 8 rebounds. That might go for nothing if Trumbull can find a way back to win this game. Steal.
Only a 4-point game here.
Steal there by Dahl. And Gruda Doria will be called for the foul. And a match break. We will take a short break and be back with the final 3 minutes, 25 seconds here on the DAF Media Network.
found him.
Back here on the DAF Media Network, the lead is now 4 for the Blue Wave. And Trey, this is something that we've seen from Darien. They have some trouble playing a full 32 minutes.
Yeah, and Trumbull's been able to kind of come back into this game. They were out of it for a little bit. The score might have not shown that, but from the eye test, they were definitely out of this game for a little bit, but they've brought themselves back into this game. Green has had a pretty good second half, despite only having, seems like 6 points.
Green playing a little more like Marcus Smart, where his stats don't, or his effort isn't shown in the box score. Drake, no good. Rebound Gatling.
Gatling's got 5 rebounds now.
Gruda Daria. Fall away shot is good.
He's got 6 now.
Lead is cut down to 2. Here's Antonio on Bloomer, giving him 0 room whatsoever. Dahl inside, that's good. Simeon Dahl, his first points of the night. Green finds Gruda Daria. That's good. Gruda Daria cuts the lead to 1. And Trey, we're starting to have some more March Madness here. This Trumbull defense has come to play in this last period of play.
Gruda Daria, 5 points in this quarter.
Bloomer to Dahl. That's no good. Rebound Gatling. Dahl's had a tough go of things these last 2 days from behind the arc. He's 0 of 8 on his last 8 attempts from 3.
Trumbull really wants to get a good shot off here. Don't waste a possession.
They can take the lead for the first time. And a charge on Gatling. Miles Drake draws the charge. And a great play there by Miles Drake, the junior captain.
Those are sometimes the grittiest plays you can make in basketball. Taking the charge really brings the momentum to your side.
Sacrificing the body to get the charge. Green is playing some great defense on Drake. Gets the steal from behind. Here's Green. Green, shifty move. No good. Rebound was Bloomer. Foul is going to be called on Green.
Foul on Malik Green, the orange opponent.
And Bloomer will go to the line for the bonus. Bloomer will have a chance, or Miles Drake will have a chance at the line.
Miles Drake shooting 1 and on.
Not the shooter you want out on the free throw line if you're Trumbull. He had 10 points off free throws alone last night.
And he sinks the first of the 1-and-1, extending the lead to 2. And Drake hits the second, extending the lead to 3. And Trey, you're right, not the shooter they want on the line. Drake, he's 2 of 2 as of right now. He's got 15 points.
We'll see if Trumbull I was about to say we'll see if Trumbull brings in McCain as he just checked in to the score desk.
We will take a short break. We'll be back on the DAF Media Network in just a moment.
This broadcast is produced by DAF Media, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. The production is staffed by student and adult volunteers from the town of Darien and southwestern Connecticut.
Back here on the DAF Media Network, a 3-point game here. Trumbull will have the ball.
Be on the lookout here for the match of Green versus Dole right now.
So here's what they're going with. Dahl versus Green and
They're double
Fiorita.
teaming Green.
Fiorita versus McCain. Gruda Doria back to Green. Green. That's good. Coach Buddy Bray wanted the foul. Here's Bloomer.
Green's got 8 now.
McCain on Bloomer. Green on Miles Drake. This is one of the biggest games of Darien's season. They're going to take their time, try to waste as much clock. Drake throws it away. Green with the ball.
That's Green's 5th steal today.
Inside, no good. And it's Darien ball.
Said this was Darien's biggest game of the season. I would argue it's the biggest game from their last 2 seasons, as going 500 is an important step for Darien.
And they're going to overturn. They're going to overturn the call. Trumbull ball. This is huge right now. Timeout, Buddy Bray. And we're going to take another quick timeout. Back here on the DAF Media Network, it will be Trumbull ball after a reversed call. A 1-point lead for Darien, Trey.
And if I'm Darien, I would say double team Miley Green, because he's the fastest guy on the court. It's not really that close either.
The Darien bench. Calling for Trumbull to move sides. Gruda Doria. Stolen! Stolen again! Johnston inside! Gets fouled! What a turn of events.
I'm going to say that's a good foul. I think you'd rather have Johnson go to the line than, I think if without that pressure, I think he would have made that bucket.
Fiorita got the steal, but then Green picked his pocket.
Might add 6th steal for Green.
He's been a menace, picking everyone's pocket. Johnston looking to tie and take the lead. It's the first tie game.
This would be the first lead that Trumbull has had all game. If Johnson.
I think it would be their first lead since the first quarter. I believe they opened up the scoring.
Yeah, you're right.
They had a 1-point lead in the first quarter. A full circle would come around. I believe Johnson hit that first free throw as well.
Yeah.
Full circle could happen right here. And it's good. I think I called that a little beforehand, but Darien is now down 1 with 40 seconds to play. They got to get the ball in. Timeout, Coach Sharoy Bentley. And Trey Trumbull has taken the lead here, trying to play spoilers on senior day. What have you seen that has gotten them back into the lead?
I think it's been the Malik Green show in the second half. He's kind of single-handedly, he's passing to his teammates. He's got a lot of assists. He's been able to steal 6 times. He's been rebounding too as a guard. I think Green has had a bounce-back half, and that's why Trumbull is back in this game. They're leading by 1.
Green has created 6 steals by himself, almost a Marcus Smart type player where his hustle and his energy is shown up in the steals and the assists, not so much in the points. And Trey, as for Darien, where have you seen them falter a little bit?
Well, they haven't been able to get the ball to Miles Drake as much, and
I think that has to do with Malik Green as well.
yeah, I think that does have to do with Malik Green. So if you're not getting to your leading score, you're not going to score as much. They only have 41 points here, as they had 60 points last night.
41-40 in favor of the Eagles. We'll see if they can hold it out or Darien can grab a win.
Overall, a great defensive showing by both teams.
Here's Miles Drake. And they might try and hold for the last shot.
I don't necessarily think that would be the best idea, because then you were really like, you're hoping that that shot goes in.
Well, let's talk about this as the timeout happens. So if you hold on to the ball for the next 30 some odd seconds, if you're Darien, where are you going with it?
You're going to Miles Drake, obviously, but the thing is, he might not be open. Miley Green has been shut down defense, one of the best defenders we've seen this season. And if I'm Darien, I want to try and get definitely a good shot. You don't want to take a bad shot, obviously, but maybe give the ball back to Trumbull and let your defense work. Let Miles Drake defensively work. Let Johnny Cash, as they all call him, work defensively, and I think you gotta trust your defense if you're Darien. They've had a great defensive game today. They've completely shut down McCain. Still, he's 0 for 3 from three-point play, 0 for 5 from the field.
You are correct. If Darien scores here, they will be up 1 or 2. But Trey, you run the risk of giving the ball back to Trumbull to play spoilers and either tie it or win the game, depending on how it's played. 25 seconds remain here on this Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday afternoon. What am I talking about? Friday afternoon. 15 seconds. They're going to hold it for the last shot, it looks like. Miles Drake. Drake, open, shot, no good. Trumbull ball with 4.8 remaining.
Wow. Miles Drake was wide open there. I think 8 out of 10 times he makes that shot.
He just short-armed that one, it looks like. Here we go. Timeout Black. Darien faithful letting the referees hear it. Upset that Drake did not get a foul call, although it did look like there might have been some sort of contact, but Miles Drake was wide open to hit the shot, and that's the guy you want to have trying to take that game-winning shot, Trey.
Yeah, and we said that literally like 30 seconds before, and now you got to really trust your defense instead of maybe getting a shot off and being able to play a little more defense. But
they have to foul immediately if they want any sort of chance.
Looks like Matt Burke comes in.
I
and Jake Horowitz.
I wonder if because it's 4 team fouls, they won't have enough to get to the bonus.
You're right.
Or I wonder if
interesting
it's
makeup here.
They just.
I think they're going.
We'll see what happens here. And foul there. But I think that's going to do it.
Yeah, Darien's going to literally need to touch it and shoot.
Darien
Buddy Bray is like all the way on to the wave logo.
They're going to, looks like they're trying to reset the clock to the correct time because
should be like 2.3 seconds or so.
A little higher than 2.3. And they're not going to reset the clock. And .4 comes off the clock.
Now you're out of.
That's your sixth.
Yeah, and you're
sixth foul.
You're on the other side of the court now, so it's gonna be a Hail Mary shot if you get the steal.
Darien does have one timeout remaining if they can force Trumbull to go to the line. And they're not going to reset the clock.
That's gonna do it.
And
oh, never mind.
Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute, folks.
Scoreboard literally can't stop fast enough with these fouls.
Trumbull.
A little bit of a bizarre final, literally second to this game.
Trey, this is one of the craziest endings we've ever seen. This is one of... So it's going to be a 1-and-1, it looks like. Possibly. For the viewers at home, we are as confused as you are.
Looks like Miley Green's going to take the 1-and-1. Oh, maybe not.
Here's the thing. The clock should have been stopped a couple of times. They're going to add
It's
1.5 seconds.
1.5.
That is enough time for Darien to grab a rebound, call a timeout, and try to hoist up a prayer.
That's more time than they had when they inbounded it last.
I wonder if they're adding an extra half a second because of all the times that they should have stopped it, and it ran an extra two half seconds.
Or the refs just want to have fun and watch this game go a little
It's
more
March
longer.
Madness. It's a Friday afternoon. They got nowhere to be except here on the DAF Media Network. Trey, regardless of how this game finishes, this is one of the craziest games we've ever called, and it's only fitting that we get to call it on Senior Day as we are both seniors. And if Darien can't pull this one out, it will be our last stream, or at least our last basketball stream together.
Yeah, and it's been 3 years of great coverage, and it's crazy to see how DAF Media itself has come. We used to have just a laptop and a camera, and now we've got a whole crew
of people,
and
two monitors,
multiple cameras.
It's been so fun to watch DAF Media grow. 1-and-1.
It's McCann's first basket of the night. He was silent.
McCain will probably try and miss. And here we go, the prayer shot. Or timeout. I'm not sure if that will advance the ball. But regardless, Trey, you might see a play that they've run before. They actually ran it last night, where they're going to have one inbounder down low. They'll have one guy flare. He'll stay out of bounds. They'll pass it to him, and they'll have the original inbounder streak all the way down the court. Try to baseball pass it, three-pointer.
The good old baseball, football pass. You probably want to have, interestingly enough, you probably want to have Miles Rick take the shot and be the thrower, but I guess you can't do that.
Well, no, actually, I mean, well, yeah, probably not the thrower, but, you know, you can have him as the first guy.
But you want him because you would want him to be able to make the long heave.
You could have Dahl be that thrower, as he is a JV quarterback and plays baseball, I believe.
That is correct.
But it looks like they're going to have... Oh, boy. Let's see what they're running. Looks like they're going to have Dahl inbound. They're just going to try to cover the three. This is going to be a wild finish, regardless of what happens. Coach Buddy Bray does not want anybody ahead.
Miles Drake's wide open.
Fury is going to have to turn and heave. And he's fouled!
Foul! Oh, wow.
Johnny Fiorita is fouled, and he has a
Wow.
chance. He's got a... We're going to be dead silent here.
That is crazy.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Biggest shots of his life right here. He's got to
March-
make all 3.
March Madness.
That is insane. I've never seen anything like that. Professional college level
Darius
or
Wa-
high school level.
I'll tell a story after this because I believe I have a scenario for this. Darius Washington. Fiorita hits the first. Fiorita misses the second. It rims in and out. Are you kidding me? One of the wildest finishes we've ever seen.
One of the refs just left.
They're not gonna.
Oh,
they're not gonna let him shoot the second.
They're just gonna walk
the third.
away. That's crazy.
They're not gonna let him shoot it.
The refs just want to get out of here.
Are you kidding me? One of the wildest finishes we have ever seen on the DAF Media Network.
And I think the wildest thing is that the refs just left. Like, usually the refs stick around for a little bit longer, but they just left.
That is one of the craziest finishes we've ever seen. The final score is 43-41. Trey, I am stunned at how this game turned out. The three-pointer on the fouled three-pointer after the clock malfunctioning. I don't know if we could have had a crazier ending for our final broadcast.
That was insane. And that last second went on for like at least 5 minutes.
Oh my goodness
crazy.
gracious. So Trumbull will win here. Darien will fall to 5-7. That officially locks in their 9th seed. So we will not be covering the playoff game on Tuesday. So good luck. There's some commotion going on. But good luck to the Darien Blue Wave as they will take on whoever they may play. Maybe Fairfield Ludlow. We will see. Maybe Danbury. Well, actually, no. It would be they're going to face Fairfield Ludlow because Danbury would take the 7th seed. We're going to give one final shout out to our production crew. Sarah Bogdan, our director. Kenzie O'Shea, our instant replay coordinator. Ian McCarthy, our graphics. Cooper Puff, main camera. ISO camera. TJ Boucher. Cole Murphy, our producer. Damian Andrew, our advisor. And Trey, thank you so much for being my color commentator for the past 3 years. It's been an honor to call these games with you.
Been an honor to call these games with you as well. And I think Darien's going to have a great season next year. They'll have a chance to make a run for the FCX, but I'm really excited to see what Darien can do next year.
Trey and I will be back for the spring season. Signing off, this is Ted Brennan. Thank you for watching.